everyone! This week I am sharing a few new arrivals. The first one is a head from Black Cherry Dolls, which is a Russian-based doll company. This is the first time I've ever ordered anything from Russia, and in doing some initial research, I learned that shipping could be anywhere from 3 weeks to 8 months to the United States. I had hoped that it would be on the lower end of the spectrum, but was prepared for a long wait. I ordered the Xiao Yu sculpt in normal resin. There is also a copper color resin that is offered, but it was already sold out by the time I made the decision to purchase this head. It just so happened another doll collector that I'm acquainted with also ordered a Xiao Yu head about a month before I placed my order, so my expectation was that my head would arrive a month after when the collector got hers. My doll head took just under 7 weeks to arrive, and unfortunately for the other doll collector, their doll took a scenic route through the Czech Republic and arrived a week after mine made it home. So, wildly different experiences with the Russian post seems to be anecdotally validated. I was afraid to break the wax seal since it's so pretty, so I later used a small craft spatula to separate the seal from the paper. In the research phase of this sculpt, and with any new sculpt for that matter, I do a lot of looking at owners' photos on Instagram and Den of Angels. I feel there is also some great photos on Flickr, but I haven't yet figured out how to use its search effectively. Many Xiao Yu owners have her on the Dollstown elf body, which is the body that Black Cherry Dolls had in mind when they sculpted this head. Maybe it was the promotional pictures, or maybe it's the fact that my daughter is currently 8. I wanted Xiao Yu to be an older child. Her large eyes and less angular face made me think it could be possible to pull off. Most doll owners have this sculpt as a teenager or a young adult. And that's also the beauty of this hobby. The same sculpt can be styled so differently and help embody the collector's vision. I will be sending her out for her face-up this month. As for her body, I ordered the Dollstown 7-year-old body since they had the most childlike proportions that were in scale with the rest of my crew. I did a test of Xiao Yu on my Yu Big Baby body, which is about 40 centimeters tall, but the limbs are a bit too chunky to be proportional to her parents. The Dollstown body should be 45 centimeters with the head, and the limbs are much leaner, which seems much more realistic, or at least closer to how my daughter is built. I am hoping the body arrives in August and I can see her all put together. I threw in a pair of 13mm silicone eyes to try out, and I quite like how they look. I do not have deep storylines for any of my dolls, but I also use them to explore ideas or situations. For Xiao Yu, she's going to be a child of divorced parents. Her dad's a bit of an overly optimistic dreamer, and her mom left to pursue a high-powered career to secure her and her daughter's financial futures. I imagine her being a precocious child, trying to navigate her understanding of the world and her parents' relationship. For my next item, I ordered some props from Minish doll, which is based in South Korea. They appear to offer a small number of very detailed doll items with a focus on minimalism and clean lines. In all the international packages that I've received in the past year, this is the first one where I've had customs open the package. I wonder if it's because of the packaging. They thought it might be cigarettes or something, because that's the first thing I assumed without any context based on the appearance of the box. I only ordered 2 types of items, one being a 1/3 scale umbrella in burgundy color. Its shaft is the correct proportion and length for mature dolls. I own an umbrella that was made for 18-inch American Girl type dolls, and their shafts are always so stumpy compared to the canopy. I figured this would look nice in a photo shoot when it's cloudy outside, which it has been a lot lately this season in my part of the country. Thank you, Customs, for already slicing one of the packages open. The other items are low-ball, octagon-shaped whiskey glasses. I ordered 6 since they weren't that expensive and could have a few backups in case any broke. I really like how these look in person, and my daughter was once again smitten by the size. They are extremely well packaged, and I went on to check the rest of them, and none of them were broken or damaged. I bought the mini bottle of Bullet Bourbon a while back, and it's a fairly good size for what would be a 1.75-liter bottle at human scale. The actual bourbon in this bottle was consumed a long time ago, but I was able to recreate the color using a bit of food dye and water. It'll be fun to do a photo shoot with some of these props once I get my diorama in a more complete state. Anyway, that's all for this week. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.